In the Windows client, by clicking on the application menu, you can go to the Customize this page option, in which you will see all the different options that you have to customize the page that you have opened. Let's have a look. So Customize this page will enable you to specify the different display options, to choose columns, to also personalize or customize the different fast tabs, also the fact boxes, and also finally the ribbon. So remember, in the previous examples, I've used the right click, so right-clicking on the mouse to go to the Customize option, like Customize Ribbon, or in this case, Customize Navigation pane. However, you can also go to the application menu, go to Customize, and there select Customize this page. So when based on the list or the page that I've opened, in this case the chart of accounts, you can see a number of options that are available, like for example the display options. In this case, the filter pane is displayed, and you can see it here. We have the fact box pane at the right side, and there's the enable automatic filter in lookup fields enabled. Then there's choose columns. So and this is a very important, probably the most used personalization option in the system. So in this case, I'm looking at a list with a number of columns displayed, like number, name, income, balance, and so on. And now as a user, I can add or remove columns. So if some columns are displayed that I don't need, like for example the default deferral template, I can simply click on remove. And I can add other columns that might be important for me, like for example direct posting. So by clicking on direct posting and then add, it's added here at the bottom of the list. And now I can move up to change the order of the column. So I can put it, for example, next to name. So now if I click on OK, you will see that my default deferral template is not displayed anymore, but instead I have the direct posting field now displayed here at the right side of the name field. So this is something which is very important and which we can very easily do by going to Customize this page, and then go to Choose Columns. There are a couple of other functions that are very important here, but I will come back to them in a minute. So what else can we do? We can go to fact boxes and we can go to ribbons, and there also customize these components. But let's look at some other very interesting functions when customizing lists by choosing or hiding columns. So in this case, for example, let me go to Customers. And here I can do the same by right-clicking here on the menu bar, and then click on Choose Columns. So again, here I can very easily specify which columns to display or not. And suppose I would like to add the country region code, I can do this by clicking here on Add, and by, for example, moving it up the order. There we go. Now what you will see here now, if I go to the web client, and if I open Customers, we will have different display options, and let me display it as a list. So you can see here now the different columns of my customer list. And you will see now that the column that I've added is not applied here. So I don't have the country region code yet. But in this case, this is not really a problem, because I can now also display and hide columns from the web client. You see, so this is a personalization option that you can also access directly from the web client. So I can click here on the title bar, and then I can go to the Hide Column, Choose Columns function. So if I select now Choose Columns, you can see all the available columns that we have. And also here, by simply selecting one of the columns, like for example country region code, and by clicking on OK, you can see now that the column is added here in my customer list. So this is something again that we can do directly from the web client. However, take into account that we cannot change the order of the columns. So if you want to move the country region code next to the name field, this is something that you still have to do from the Windows client. And so now if I go to the Windows client, if I go to Home, and if I select Customers, so here I will have to move the order, I will have to move columns from the left to right, or right to left, in order to change the order.